We're T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We have to go from ready to start. 2, 1, 0. Booster ignition and liftoff.
When we talk about the space race, most people think of Sputnik, Gagarin, and Apollo 11. But the truth goes back to Germany, 1944, and the V2 rocket, humanity's first object to cross the edge of space. Rockets weren't born in NASA labs. They go back over 800 years. They began as weapons and fireworks, not spacecraft. In China, during the Tang Dynasty, 9th century, gunpowder was invented. Initially used for fireworks to scare away evil spirits, inventors realised that closed bamboo tubes filled with gunpowder could fly when ignited. These were called fire arrows. By the Song Dynasty, 13th century, rocket-propelled arrows were used in warfare, one of the earliest true rockets in history. The next leap happened in India under Tipu Sultan and Hyder Ali in the 18th century. They created iron-cased rockets, making them fly farther and hit harder. These were used effectively against the British in the Anglo-Mysore Wars. The British were so impressed they took samples back to England, inspiring the Congreve rocket, used during the Napoleonic Wars and referenced in the US national anthem, The Rocket's Red Glare. The shift from fireworks to science began with visionaries. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, Russia, wrote the rocket equation and theorized multi-stage liquid rockets. Robert H. Goddard, USA, in 1926 launched the first liquid-fueled rocket, introducing nozzles and gyroscopic control. Hermann Oberth, Germany, published The Rocket Interplanetary Space, 1923, inspiring the next generation of rocket scientists. In 1944, Germany developed the V2 rocket, led by Wernher von Braun. On June 20, 1944, the V2's test flight, MW 18014, flew over 176 kilometers, crossing the Kármán line, the edge of space. Terrifying as a weapon, the V2 was also a technological marvel.
1, 0, rocket away!
The first human-made object to reach space, though only suborbitally. NASA's classification focuses on achieving orbital velocity, which the V2 did not. So officially, they credit the bumper whack rocket, 1949. But the V2 clearly reached space first. As Germany surrendered, the Allies raced to capture its secrets. On April 11, 1945, American forces captured the V2 production facility in the Harz Mountains. The US took Wernher von Braun and most of his V2 team under Operation Paperclip, effectively stealing the lead German scientists. The Soviets captured some German engineers and a few rockets, but not von Braun himself. The V2 technology became the foundation for both nations' rocket programs. The US used von Braun's expertise to build the Redstone and eventually the Saturn V, which took humans to the moon. The Soviets, led by Sergei Korolev, reverse-engineered the V2 and innovated independently, creating the R7 rocket, launching Sputnik 1 in 1957 and Yuri Gagarin in 1961. Both nations essentially used the V2 as a foundation, adapting it into multi-stage rockets that could reach orbit. So next time someone claims America or Russia was first in space, remember this. Germany's V2 rocket crossed the Kármán line in 1944. The story of reaching space is not just about flags or firsts. It's about the ingenuity, ambition, and complex history that took humanity beyond the sky. The space race wasn't just competition. It was built on stolen technology and the brilliance of scientists who had already reached for the stars decades before. If this gave you a reality check, let's hit 1,000 likes and we'll dive deeper, exploring future space travel technologies with real details, not just what you've heard.